Hello everybody and welcome to day 4 of the boot camp. How is everybody doing? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. Roland is in the house. Thank you so much for being here every day. John, you've been here every day too. Thank you so much. Who else has been here every day? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. I really appreciate it. Also, if you can't make it because of work or other, stuff that you have going on in your life, don't worry about it. Did you catch the replay? Let me know. I'd love to know whether you've seen all of the sessions until now. That's very, very cool. If you had Tony, another familiar face. Mark is in the house. Dushan. Richard, great to see you. Richard's still awake, so he's down in Australia, down under, right? So it's late over there, I know. Thank you so much for being here live with me, everybody. Thank you for watching the replay. Mark has been here for every single session. That's amazing. So thank you so much, whether you watch the replay every day or you're catching up or you're live with me now. Thank you so much. I'm really trying to give you the best stuff that I've learned, from 20 years of playing guitar. Time flies when you're having fun, right? And 12 years of teaching professionally, around 12 years. So I'm trying to give you my best stuff here. So I hope that it's you're receiving that and you're feeling that that is indeed what has been happening. Lures is in the house. Great to see you, my friend. By the way, you're today's first winner. So Lures, you won. I'm going to be contacting you via Messenger, and you're going to be getting a free course. I'm going to be giving away 2 more free courses during this live stream, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Irene's been here every day. Thank you so much. Jason, the black belt master. He's a black belt, Jason. I just found that out. I knew that he plays guitar and he sings and he rides a motorcycle, but a black belt on top of that. Holy moly, this guy can do everything. Keelan, every day. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's a hurricane. I've heard that there's a hurricane. I don't really follow the news, so I miss a lot of stuff. But I heard because a student, I think, told me. So I hope all's well with that. Amelie is in the house. Amazing. Excellent. Glad to hear that. Rocky, glad you're here. You always deliver. Thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate it. Brian is in the house. So welcome everybody to day 4. Today is going to be a really great day because I'm going to be watching and giving you boys and girls a ton of feedback. So what I've decided to do is split today and tomorrow and have those be feedback days. So there's absolutely still time to get at least 1 video in. I know people are busy and there's work and kids and the wife, I know about the wife, everybody. So all jokes aside, there's all kinds of distractions, right? So there's still time to get in, to get involved, to get to work and to get something going. So I'm going to be doing video responses today and tomorrow. So get your videos in. I'm really looking forward to seeing you play and give you feedback. And it's really important to watch these 2 days because as I was saying yesterday, by the things I'm going to be saying to other people, they're going to really work for you as well. So it's very powerful, the whole group dynamic, right? So yeah. Tony says, always like watching folks play. So nice to see so many All Access members in here as well. We got Jason, All Access member, Tony, Dushan, so many of you, Emily, John, Rocky, Maud. It's like half of you guys are members. So really cool to see so many All Access members, coming and hanging out with me, even though you could be hanging out in the other community. And many people decided to do that, which is also really cool. And I'm very proud of that as well. So anyways, a couple of things are happening today, some slight differences, and I'm just going to show you that really quickly. So if you go to supersimpleguitar.com, yesterday you could still join the bootcamp using that link. So if you went to supersimpleguitar.com, that was the bootcamp registration, right? Since today we're already at day 4, right? If people haven't registered by now, they're probably not going to come. What I have done is I have opened up the wait list. So if you guys have heard me talking about the All Access membership or my members and all this stuff, and you're curious to know what that is, what this whole mystery thing is that I keep mentioning, because I keep seeing so many students, just go to supersimpleguitar.com and check out this video. And if you are interested in learning more and finding out when I open the doors, either next week or in 2 weeks, I'm still not sure when I'm going to be opening the doors again, make sure to sign up to that wait list. Now, you don't have to join if you don't want to, but you're going to be notified before everybody else, and you're going to get the best possible deal by being on that wait list, okay? So if you're interested in that, just go to supersimpleguitar.com, watch this video, look at this guy, he's going to explain everything to you, and check that out, okay? So that's supersimpleguitar.com. Also, you know, me and my girl Vanessa, we're here for you. So if you have any questions, if you have any, you know, concerns, whatever, feel free to reach out. We are here to help you with anything that you need, which is also really cool. Vanessa, thank you so much for being live with me again. It's late at night where she is as well. She's in the Philippines. So great to see you here as well. Before we get into the videos, let me know if you boys and girls have any questions. I'll do a little bit of Q&A maybe about maybe some stuff that we've done so far, or just general something that you're struggling with, and then I'm going to get into the videos. Now you're going to see, as soon as I start giving video feedback, you're going to see, like, I'm going to be addressing problems that you probably have, or maybe you don't even know that you have, which is always really fun. So if there's no questions, we'll just dive right into that. If there are questions, I'm more than happy to answer your questions now. We got Heidit in the house. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. That's a cool picture, cool guitar. We got David, Merla, Pierre. I know Pierre. How you doing, Pierre? Sheila, I'm not sure if I put you on screen before. Just Thomas. Okay, so it appears that there are not too many. Okay, how do you know what size acoustic guitar is right for you? That's a really good question. So if you look at a lot of my YouTube videos, I was playing this bigger guitar called a Dreadnought. So also an acoustic guitar. It's actually back there. Let me get it. So here's my two acoustic guitars, right? Now this one is the mouse, as Tommy Emmanuel calls it, and this is the big lion. This thing really has a roar to it. It's much louder. So let me just show you that really quickly. If you can, you'll probably be able to hear the difference. She really has some sound to her, right? Now, the mouse is also very nice, but it's a much more tame sound. It's not as loud, it's not as punchy. So I really like them both. I love them both. I actually prefer the sound of the big lion because I like that power. But as I've been getting a little bit older, right, when I sit for a long time, my back starts to hurt, which is frustrating. But also, because I have to put my shoulder around the guitar, after, you know, playing for a long time, it starts to really bother me, right? With this guitar, I don't have that because it's smaller. My arm can rest nicely on it, and I really like that. So lately, I've been going towards this guitar just because of the comfort factor, right? I love the sound too. She sounds nice. She's nice and soft to play. But in terms of the tone that I would like to have, I'd prefer to have the lion, right? This is the mouse, that's the lion. So, you know, the best thing is to just have a couple of guitars, and then if you want to have something that roars, then you play that. If you want to have something that's a little more comfortable, you get one of these. But the best thing to do is just go to a music shop and try to see what feels more comfortable to you. So that guitar is called a Dreadnought, right? Dreadnought. And this one is called a triple O. Triple O is the size. You can just go onto Google and Google guitar sizes, and you'll see like a chart. This is either called triple O or sometimes OM. I think it's OM. So these are much smaller, and because of that, there's less roar, there's less volume. So again, it's just a personal preference thing. I'd like to have that sound on this guitar, but that's not possible. So just for comfort reasons, I've been really gravitating to this one more. I hope that answers your question. There's no simple answers with these things. There's always going to be some kind of a compromise, like with anything in life, right? If you have a speed car, you're not going to really be able to go off-road with it, right? If you have like something that's more versatile, you're not going to be able to speed. So it's just, you can find this all over the place, right? So I hope that helps you out. I don't think I see any more questions. A way to stop peeking over the neck at my chords when I'm playing. Yeah, that's a typical thing, to really be peeking. The thing is, the more you play the chords, the easier it's going to be to just play the chords, right? If you remember day one, the core premise, one of the core premises, the more you play, the better you're going to get, right? So the more you do this, you know, the more your hand is just going to know this shape. It's just going to happen, right? So naturally, you're not going to have to look as much anymore, you know? I always use the analogy of when you started to drive a car. You had the clutch, you had the brake, you had the gears, you had to look in the mirror, you had to turn on your turning signal. It was all the stuff that you had to think about, right? Now you get in the car, you're eating a sandwich, you're hopefully not texting, but some people text. My wife texts sometimes. I'm always complaining that she shouldn't text. If she saw my son texting, he'd have a big problem, but she's doing it all the time. But that's a whole other story. So you can do that, right? But it's because you spent the time doing it, right? So it's kind of like this muscle memory thing. So, you know, the more you play these chords, the more muscle memory is going to kick in, and it's just going to become automatic. It's going to become just natural, right? So that's the best way to do it. If you need to look more now, that's totally fine. Like, don't stress about it, but also know at the same time that in a couple of months, year, 2 years, we're in this for the long term, right? Guitar isn't a short-term thing. It's going to get easier and easier, and you're going to have to look much less. I hope that helps you out. I hope that helps you out, Brian. Cornell is in the house. Thanks for the info. Does having small hands mean that bar chords need more time? No, you can still do it. You can still do it. It's the same thing. There's this great video. Anytime I hear somebody talking about small hands, after this session, Google North Korean children playing guitar, and you'll see they have these tiny little hands, and they're playing stuff that I can't play, right? And they're under 10 years old. So you can absolutely do it. You know, don't let your mind find excuses, because you can absolutely do it. It's just a matter of coming back to it over and over again and practicing it, right? You guys, if you watch day 2, you want to have your guitar as easy to play as possible. All of those tips that I talked about. I hope that helps you. Chris, great answer. I'm glad that helped. For many guitar, it takes time. It just takes time. Exactly. It's a time thing. Even closed, so eyes closed helps not look at the left hand. You can do that too. You can try to close your eyes as an exercise. Yeah, I mean, there's no limitations. I really don't close my eyes most of the time. I just try to train my hands. And the best way to train your hands is to just play songs that are within your reach. And that's why inside of the All Access membership, I have these step-by-step courses with stuff that's in beginner's reach. So one of the courses is called 10 songs that use only 3 chords. So that course gets you to play a bunch of simple chord progressions that use 3 chords, right? So you're going from E to A to D to A to E, then you're going from G to D to C to D, right? So that course, for instance, is going to get you to do these things in a musical way. You're going to be playing songs while you practice these things, so it's not dry and boring, okay? If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. You should mention the right way to hold your right hand and left and how to sit. Yeah, the how to sit thing. Yeah, I slouch. I probably shouldn't slouch as much as I do, but I'm always slouching, which surely isn't good for me. Ina, my breath coach girl, she is going to give me some exercises, and you guys who are members, some exercises down the road, and she's going to give us some tips on how to sit properly, how to play with proper posture, and all of that stuff. I'm definitely guilty of not doing it perfectly. And I think it's also because when you sit for hours and hours, like when I was learning to play, I'd sit for 4 hours at a time every day, because I started at around 18 when I started up the second time, right after Billy. So when you're sitting for so long, your body just starts to slouch. You can only stay in a postured position for so long. I guess that's my excuse for it. So yeah, I'm not sure what the right answer for that is. How on earth can you get your thumb over the top and not mute everything? Do you mean like this? Like the Hendrix stuff? That took a lot of time to do the Hendrix bar chord. So instead of playing the bar chord like this, I'm using my thumb. The cool thing about that, and I couldn't do this for years, so don't worry if you can't do it, is that my wrist is very straight. Let me see if you can see that. So bar chord, my wrist is doing this. Using my thumb, my wrist is nice and straight. So it's really nice to play bar chords like that. And when I used to play weddings, that's how I would play them all the time. So I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be going like this the whole time, right? Minor chord, major chord. And on an electric guitar, it's easier. But it took time. I just want you guys to know. It takes time, everybody. You can buy a smaller guitar, maybe, yeah. Pinky finger is always on my way when shredding or doing. Okay, so you're doing shreddy stuff. The pinky is a tricky little bugger, you know. It's just repetition, you know. It's having exercises and doing repetition. And my pinky is very, it's been very hard to discipline the pinky. So I really don't have a great answer for that one. It really depends on what you're playing day in and day out. You know, there was a time when I was doing more like legato stuff. I don't know if you can hear that well. On an electric guitar, you could hear. There was a time when I was doing a bunch of exercises like that. And then my technique got better, right? But then when I went back to playing a bunch of chords, it was like, okay, my hand was finding its way back. So you have to kind of decide what kind of player you want to be as well. If you want to be a shredder, then you're going to have to spend a lot of time just doing these like muscle exercises to be able to do it. If that makes sense. There's a lot of questions. Holy moly. Is 3 fingers okay? Yes, it's fine. But I like to do the 4-finger one because your ring finger stays here for the D chord. See that? So I like this one because of that reason. I also like how it sounds better. So what Nori is asking is a lot of times you'll see the G being taught like this, right? Where this string is open, the second string, right? But then when you go to a D major, this finger has to jump up, right? So it's more efficient to leave this finger here, okay? That's how I teach it. There's no wrong or right way. You could play a G like this, and it's still a G, right? You could play a G like this, or like this, or like this, and it's still a G, right? So G is all over the place. But for beginner G, I like to teach it like this. But do what feels comfortable to you. Yes, Jason says stand to play, which is something I tried to do as well, but these are things that I didn't struggle with when I was 20 or 25, right? But as I've gotten older, especially with an electric guitar, and when I used to play weddings, it was like these 5-hour gigs, right? So I'd have that thing strapped on my shoulder for 5 hours, right? And now when I'm standing for a while playing, it just starts to bother me, right? I'm also more spoiled, I guess. As I get older, I just don't want to beat my body up too much. So I rather just play less and do things that I really want to do than like do those 4-hour days like I used to, if that makes sense. I even tried to get one of those things where you put the guitar in like a stand, and then you stand next to it so you're not holding it, but that just felt weird. So yeah, it's just life. I take guitar like growing up right now. I'm a 2-year-old. Yeah, my friend, I know. Even to mute the top string, I can't reach. I'm not sure. I'd have to see what exactly you're doing there, Jeff. You can post a video if you want to and tag me. Just tag me, at Henry, and do a quick video saying, hey, this is what I'm talking about. And then I'll have a better idea of what exactly it is. And then I might be able to make you a short video response or talk about it in tomorrow's stream. Yeah, Tommy, a lot of people, Hendrix would always use his thumb because it frees up your pinky. Right? And you can also do... I messed up. It's easier to do on an electric guitar, but it allows you to play these little licks within the chord. Okay? Now I went to this one automatically. Again, it's much easier to do this on an electric guitar. Tommy can do it any way that he wants to. Let's see. James Hetfield uses one of those for his acoustic on certain songs. Yeah. Sometimes you'll see them on stage if they have an electric guitar strapped around them and then they want to go to an acoustic. Then they'll just swing the electric to their back and then go to the acoustic and then go back. So, yeah. But I tried that and it just wasn't working for me. I have to say, I enjoyed guitar much more when I could sit for 4 hours and I didn't feel anything, right? But now it's like my shoulder, my back, my neck, even when I'm standing up, because I played for so many years, I tend to walk like this because of that whole leaning forward thing. So now I'm consciously trying to retrain my body. And Ina, who's watching this, is going to give me some tips. And also the members, you guys who are members, she's going to come in and give us some tips on how to correct our posture so that when we play, we can be relaxed and it all just flows and we don't have pain, right? So I have like this cushion that I sit on. I have this chair, which is supposed to be like a, friendly chair for your body and all that stuff. But still, if I sit for more than an hour or two, it's like I have to stretch. And also when I go to the gym, this is something I've been doing for the past year or so, I spend a bunch of time just stretching in the gym. I never used to do that. So I'm doing all these mobility exercises on top of that. I don't know if you guys wanted to know all that stuff. But yeah, it's just the reality of life and growing a little bit older, not being a teen anymore. Okay, so now let's get into some of your videos, because if not, we're just never going to do it, right? We're just going to talk about all this stuff. Is there anything else I wanted to mention? So day 3, you guys can see Jason in here. There he is. There's Jason. He made it to the book. The chord book, go download it, and that's all there is to say. Okay, so let's just do it. So let's just watch this first video here. I don't hear any sound. That's my fault. Give me 1 second. Luckily, I've done this many times and I can identify problems quickly.
Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't care about this world. I don't care about the girl. I don't care. I don't care. Nas favelas do Senado, sujeira pra todo lado.
You guys are real rock stars. Holy moly, it's sounding great.
Ninguém respeita a Constituição, mas todos acreditam no futuro da nação.
The only thing I'd say here is try to relax this wrist a little more. Look how tense this wrist is looking.
Que país é esse?
So when you're doing like fast strummy stuff, you want to have, and this is maybe what you were also talking about, Rocky, before, with having like good posture. So what we want to try to do is stay relaxed. That's very important. Just try to stay relaxed, right? The more relaxed you are in all aspects of life, the better everything's going to go, right? So nice and loose wrist, right? When you're holding the pick, don't grip it super hard, because if you grip it hard, just try this right now with me. Grip the pick super hard, then try to move your wrist, and you'll see it's very tense. So you want to have a loose grip, loose, but not too loose, because then the pick's going to fly out of your fingers. So it's finding the sweet spot, right? So not too hard of a grip, and loose. Everything is loose, right? Taka, 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 right? And then that's just going to make your life easier. Now, it takes time, and, you know, we all tense up. But, yeah, that's the only feedback I could really give you there. You guys are rocking and rolling here.
I don't care about...
Okay. Great stuff, my friends. Great stuff. Marcelo and his son. Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's check out Lures. Lures 1. Are you in Germany, Lures? Wie geht's? It's a nice guitar, man. So this is sounding really good. I love this guitar. It's hypnotizing me. It sounds like you probably don't have elixir strings. So there was that big squeak there when you made that move. Putting on elixir strings will make that squeak go away for the most part. Other than that, you know, this thing that you're working on is doing very, very well. It's just a matter of continuing to work on it. So don't consider this done. Because it can definitely be polished more. But this is very, very good. Yeah, he says it's cool. Is that a Larrivee? Is that a Larrivee guitar? What is that? Very nice. Holy moly, I want this guitar. Yeah, not much to say other than you're like 80% there. It's just a matter of getting that right hand to be a little bit smoother when you're doing those. Right, and I can't even do it now because I haven't practiced fingerstyle in a long time. There was a time when I only practiced fingerstyle and my right hand was killer. I could do a lot of stuff with it. Boucher, wow, I haven't heard of that guitar. Wow, I'm going to have to look into those. On my next live stream, you guys are going to see me with a Boucher. Yeah, so it's just a matter of doing the same thing over and over again. It'll get better and better and better, right? And just be patient, trust the process, and continue to record yourself the way that you're doing, right? We're plugging into the framework here. Learn, practice, record, share. And a lot of my feedback is going to be the same, as you guys will see. But yeah, it really is just what works, right? So I'm just telling you guys what I've learned works, you know, from doing this for so long. So congratulations, great job, and I'm looking forward to seeing some update videos of this as well, because I'm sure that, you know, you can really get that thing to sound even better. Okay, there's Lures again. I'm not gonna. Oh well, no, I'm gonna skip Lures because we already did Lures. All right, Sharon, another SSG member.
Yes, I hope it's a good one.
It's surely going to be great. Let's see. So it's that same thing with, and again, like, I don't know how long she's been working on this one. Okay, for quite a while. Yeah, it takes time. It takes time. But you'll see, because see this face? This is the face of still needing to think about what's coming next, right? And I've been through all these stages hundreds or thousands of times. So that's like the first stage where you're still wondering what's coming next. You're not sure. You're still tense, right? But over time, when you practice the song enough, it just starts to to move, and you start to relax. And it starts to be like when you're driving a car now versus when you start to learn how to drive a car, okay? So you're doing really great. This is just the feedback that I'm trying to give all of you boys and girls, right? It takes time. Be patient. At first, you're going to have to think a lot about the song. You're going to have to really think about what's coming now, and can my fingers do it? And you have the right hand, you have the left hand. There's a lot happening. But if you just keep practicing, it just becomes automated, and it just works, right? So, great job. Let's watch a little more. The notes aren't totally sounding clear, so you might want to slow this down a little bit more and make sure that every note is sounding out nice and clearly, right? We have to go slow before we can go fast. That being said, you're doing great, you know? Yeah, I know. She says it's the face looking at the music. I know. But the thing is, once you've played it enough, you're not going to need to look at the music anymore. And that's when the magic happens, right? When you've internalized the music and now you can just play it. It just flows through you, right? And that takes time. You know, I learned this Tommy Emmanuel song, Classical Gas, years ago. And it took me a really long time just to learn where the things are, right? But then over time, I knew where everything was and I could really get into it, right? So there's just these stages that you go through when learning a piece, right? Slow down before you can go fast. Be patient. It takes time, right? I love her Taylor guitar. Me too. Yeah. Great job, Sharon. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you all for being so brave and posting. I know it's not easy to put yourself out there on the internet and have other people watch it and all that stuff. But you see, everybody's very nice, and we all can inspire and help each other, right? And that's the power of what we're doing here right now, right? So congratulations, Sharon. I love you. You're doing great. You're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. John, the blues man. Let's see what John's up to.
Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember I ride home every day. I'll send all my loving to you.
It's very good. Nothing to complain about. He's playing with the groove. He's grooving. The chords could maybe sound a little bit cleaner. They could maybe sound a little bit cleaner, but you're doing it. You're doing it.
I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and hope that my
Very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. Brian says he's going to post for the first time. I just saw. Excellent. Excellent. And congratulations on playing in front of other people. That's a huge milestone and very difficult and scary. And I remember trying to play in front of my wife's parents for Christmas. I had this fingerstyle thing that I learned, and I totally messed it up, which was super embarrassing because I was teaching people how to play it for like a month before Christmas, and then I messed it up, right? So just know, just all kinds of stuff happens. So just relax, do your best, get yourself out there. I bet if I would have performed in front of people playing that tune multiple times before doing it in front of them, it would work, right? But often the first, second, third, fourth time, you just have to fall on your face, dust yourself off, and do it again, right? So yeah, congratulations on getting in the game. Vanessa says, very nice. Yes, very nice. John, excellent song. Yes. You can never go wrong with the Beatles, for sure. Great to see you, Dennis. Okay, let's see what else is happening here. Rocky, the jokester. All right, let's see what Rocky's up to. Wow, those chords are sounding really, really nice. Those chords are sounding really nice. That's hard. Those are hard fingerings to play, right? So you're doing really good there.
Okay, A minor. A minor.
Try to make that clean before you move on. See that? When you hear that, you want to stop and slow down and play them as single notes. I can't even do it on this guitar. These kinds of things higher up the neck are going to be easier on an electric. And that second string is hard to get. But you still want to just stop yourself and make sure that everything is nice and clean, right? But that being said, great job. You know, my job here is to give you feedback, but you're doing great. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Some of them are super clean. And that's also a thing with guitar, because the neck is slightly bent. Some chords are going to sound squeaky clean. I'm having problems with the third string. Let me get the electric just to see. My back. Let's see here. Let's see what this thing says. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right, give me a second here. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Let me just get in tune real quick. Yeah, for some reason the electric is a little bit easier for playing these chords up and down the neck. I was shredding before I went live today. Okay, that's my nice clean sound. Okay, so with an electric, it's just easier. But that third string is still tricky. Okay. So, great job for all you boys and girls. Just know that this thing is hard to play. And if you see stuff that isn't working well, it's good to slow down and just look at like what's happening and how to improve upon that, if that makes sense. So, yeah, let's keep going. I think this is only going to be bar chords, right? Yeah, Jeff says it's mandatory to make sounds. Yeah, when I stand up, when I sit down. Who would have thought it could bring so much pleasure to just sit down? Yeah, man, what can I tell you? It is what it is. I felt like it was easier to post on here than any other place. I'm very happy to hear that. I doubt that I'll be bumping into anyone in the street. Yeah, that's for sure. Great job again, Rocky. Okay, so let's see what else is going on here. Does the electric guitar sound okay for you boys and girls? Let's see. Is it? I'm going to put it away. Give me 1 second. Okay, back to the acoustic. Oh, it was sounding good. It was sounding a little bit weird on my side. I'm not sure. I don't want to mess around with the technology stuff while I'm live. The one thing that I really love about an acoustic is you just get it out, you play, and everything works. With an electric guitar, you have the amp, you have the cable, you have all the stuff. It is a little bit easier to play though, right? Anyways, let's keep going. Yep, we're all, I think most of us inside of this community are at that age where it just feels so good to sit down. yeah, the simple things in life, right? Brad, let's go. Wow, that's very good for 1 year. So he says he's been playing for a year, watching the videos. Thank you for saying that. Very, very good. Very, very good. Let me watch a little more from the beginning. I'd maybe slow it down a little bit, right? Slow it down just a little bit, and try to, rather than play it fast, try to play it really slow. And get everything to be nice and clean. So, and one other thing that you're going to have to be a little bit more careful about, again, you've only been playing for years, so don't stress. I'm just trying to, again, give you some positive feedback and something to think about, so that you can take your playing to the next level, right? So again, just try to slow down and again, focus on every note being nice and clean, right? So slow, but clean. It really makes a huge difference if you go to that C add 9 and you have your thumb slightly touching the 6th string, which is going to mute it out, right? That's going to make a huge difference if you don't have that low E ringing. When you go to the D, try to be a little bit more careful to only hit those 4 strings. Now again, this all takes time, and I know, believe me, I've been there. But you're doing really, really great. Let's see. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, so the only thing that I would really just have you do here is just slow it down a little bit. Just slow it down. Clean everything up, and once it's all nice and clean, then slowly, gradually start to reapply speed, okay? But you're rocking and rolling, my friend, for 1 year. Is that you? Oh yeah, you're here. I definitely have the face. Thank you. Yeah, the rock guitar face. Yeah, it's hard, man, and you're doing great. So congratulations on posting, getting your feet wet, taking part. Really, really great. And now you have this recording. So many of you haven't recorded ever before, right? And now you guys and girls have your first recording. And you'll see, if you implement the tips that I'm giving you now, you know, slowing it down, getting all the notes to sound really nice and squeaky clean, right? Then you re-record this in a month. Just re-record it in a month. You're going to see a huge difference in how good and clean and smooth it sounds. Just trust me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that update video, my friend. Sharon says, sounds great. It definitely does. He's doing great. So congratulations. You're doing great. Let's see what Carlo is up to. By the way, Carlo, you are today's second winner. So Carlo wins as well. Nothing to complain about there. I think you definitely benefit from doing those metronome exercises that I showed you yesterday. You're grooving, it's nice, but you could tighten that up a little bit more. So definitely do those exercises, but everything else is looking and sounding very, very good. So congratulations, you're a rock star. Milton, let's go.
My name is Milton Leach, and I am here to show my beginnership.
Let's go.
Because I am a true beginner. I'm
Excellent.
going to do some chords for Wagon Wheel.
Congratulations as a total beginner for getting in on this action. It's great. It's great. You're doing great. Basically the same thing. The more you play this and you continue to practice the same chord progression, even if you get tired of it and fed up, continue to play this chord progression and you'll see your hands are just going to start to go there. It's going to become faster and faster, easier and easier. The more you play, the better you're going to get, right? So everything looks great here to me. There's nothing to complain about. It's just a matter of continuing what you're doing, right? So congratulations, you're doing great. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keith, my biker friend. He's playing some blues. Okay, so this is great. The only thing, okay, so you're hitting all the notes, you're hitting all the right notes. The thing that's missing is the groove, right? So right? And that's going to take a little bit of time to get, right? But once you get the thing to boom, boom, bum, bum, boom, bum, bum, boom, it's going to be a totally different game, right? Another thing that you can do is hit these notes, it's called staccato, rather than letting them ring the whole time. You can apply pressure and gently release, then apply again, right? Now, I remember when I first tried to do that, it was like, what? How am I even supposed to do this? I remember it was just, it felt impossible to release pressure without leaving the string and then coming back. Like, you have to train your hand to do it. But once you get this, I messed up. We all mess up. Once you get this, you're in a whole other realm, right? So that's the only thing I say to you. You have all the notes down. Just try to add some of that staccato stuff if you can. Try to get it to groove a little bit more. Now, it's going to take time. Don't worry. You're doing great. But that's how you would take this to the next level, right? So let's see. Yeah, shuffle. Daniel sings shuffle. Yes. Very good though, very good. Keep up the great work. I'd love to see a update video sometime in the future, but this is excellent. All right, Russell, another SSG member. Love to see all you boys and girls here. Let's see. Wow. nice. You're rocking the house. It sounds great. You're very close to being able to play it, fluidly. I can see your reading still, so that's still going to take some time. The thing that I would have all of you do. Now, this is going to be like the doctor giving you medicine, right? But what I would like to encourage you all to do is when you're playing fingerstyle, have your thumb be for the 6th, 5th, and 4th string, okay? Have your first finger be for the 3rd string, your second finger be for the 2nd string, and your ring finger be for the 1st string, okay? So pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, okay? And what that's going to do is teach them to be where they need to be, right? So when you need to hit a note, you're not going to need to look down, okay, how am I going to get to this string? You're just going to know which finger to fire to get that string. Okay, that's the best way I can explain it. So a really good exercise for that is to go 6th string, right? And then just 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then 5th string, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then 4th string. Then back to the 5th string and to the 6th string. Jason's asking if I'm going to put a fingerstyle lesson up. Yeah, I'm really going to have to. The thing is, I haven't been playing fingerstyle for such a long time. It just doesn't feel like my strength anymore, you know. But I'm going to have to do something. Some kind of at least basic course just to get you... I have a few lessons, but I don't have like a step-by-step course. That's the only thing that I don't have in my like suite of courses. So yeah, I'm going to have to do that. Thank you for asking, Jason. Because I know a lot about it. I've spent a lot of time doing the whole... I can't probably do it now, but let me try. Right? How does it go? So I used to practice that stuff a lot and I could really play it, but it's very hard to get this thing going, right? So I'm going with my thumb 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4, right? And at the same time, these fingers are playing the melodies. So let me try to do it really slow. Sorry, first I have to learn how to play it again, and then I can do it really slow. We are beginners. I'm sorry, Mark. I just want to show you guys what's possible and fix these mistakes. So if you start to play fingerstyle, just try to learn it like this right away. Your first finger is for the 3rd string. Your second finger is for the 2nd string. Your ring finger is for the 1st string. Your thumb is 6, 5, 4. Okay, just try to remember that. Then the easiest way to exercise and practice that is just do this. Right? Okay, I don't even want to blow your minds with all the other stuff, like Mark is saying. I'm tempted to because I want to see if I can play it. But it definitely isn't the most beginner-friendly stuff. So, yeah. Okay, so that's the main feedback. And then what you can also do as a way to practice this, if you're on, for instance, and this is a really good beginner lesson here. So if you're on an A minor, which is a very beginner-friendly chord, instead of just playing it with your pick, try to play it like this. So it's that same exact exercise that I showed you before, right? Except now I'm using a chord, right? So it's still 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3 in terms of the strings. So it's the most simple way you can get into fingerstyle. Now a really easy move is just going to a C major. Same exact picking pattern. Then go back. It sounds really nice. And the really cool thing about that as well is it's going to force you to play all of the strings nice and clean, right? You're going to really, because you're playing them as single notes, you're going to play them really, really nice and clean, right? So it's a great way. That's the REM song. Nobody Hurts, right? It's just a D going into a G. That same exact pattern that I was showing you, right? So 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 6, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? Who's getting the blues as I play this? Okay. E minor. Right? So the way you're going to know what bass note to play is it's always the string that you're allowed to play first, right? So in the case of A minor, you're not allowed to play the 6th string officially, right? So you're always going to take the first low note that you're allowed to play, right? So for A minor and C, it's the 5th string. For G, it's the 6th string, right? For D, it's the 4th string, right? Okay, so that's the easiest way to start to get into a little bit of fingerstyle. It's a great way to make sure that you're playing very clean chords because it's going to force you to hear if they're clean or not, right? And it sounds really, really nice, right? So, and it's a great thing that you can also do in front of the TV, just with your right hand. And the most important thing is it's going to teach your right hand what finger is for what string. And then when you see a tab or when you try to get a melody note, you're just going to know exactly what finger to fire to get that string to ring, if that makes sense. So I hope that makes sense. You guys like that sound? Okay. I used to love playing that style. Okay. Any tips for maintaining the finger pick while changing chords? It's just this thing where you have to constantly just train your thumb. Your thumb has to know where its place is, right? That's the first step. And then after that, there's more exercises you could definitely do. But I don't want to blow like everybody's brain with this stuff. But Russell inspired me to talk about this because I saw that he doesn't have any structure in terms of what finger plays what string. And most beginners don't because nobody tells them how to do it, right? So try to learn how to do that. Try to practice that. It's really going to help you just automatically know what to do. All right, moving on. Billy Pickerling, let's go.
When the sun goes to bed, that's the time you raise your head. Dash your heart and laugh at Lania. Can't blame you.
Here, if I look at the right hand, it's a little bit wild as well. You know, it's a little bit wild. It's working. You're making it work. And I'm not saying that my way is the only way, but I would recommend really getting that structure down. I really would.
Well,
But you're sounding good. You know, that being said, you're sounding good. You're doing it. Maybe try to get these notes to sound a little bit more clear. That bass note isn't always ringing out, but mostly it's really, really good. So maybe take my advice if you want to. You don't have to. And try to get these to sound a little bit more clean, but you're doing great. You know, if I heard you at a campfire, I'd be totally into it. Okay, Richard. Richmond. Those are hard. Those are hard. You're doing good. Maybe what I try to do is push the guitar a little bit more forward. As I was talking about in the bar chord lesson, it looks like a guitar is closer to your body and your wrist seems a little bit stressed there. And your elbow is stuck to your body as well. Try to maybe, you know, play around with this. Push the guitar just a little bit so that your elbow is free, and you might have an easier time getting these bar chords. But other than that, very good. This isn't easy, you know. This isn't easy, especially, you know, if you haven't been playing very long. So very good attacking these bar chords, and yeah, keep working at it. Great job. Great job. Great job, Richard. Oh, that's Richard from Australia. He helped with the chord book formatting. Thank you so much for that. Roll on. You got way better since last time I saw you play. Very good. Very, very good. I'd say just keep rocking and rolling. You're doing very good here. Your strumming looks much, much more secure, because I saw you play in the last boot camp quite a bit, and you grew a lot since then. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing something right. So just keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations on getting way better. Richard says, great advice. Thank you. I'm glad to help you, boys and girls. So Vanessa, let's see what Vanessa's up to. She was doing the Joker. I like how you keep the strumming going. You're strumming it and you're still getting those single notes. That's really cool how you're doing that. One thing that I do, the middle finger, let me show you in a second. Okay, look at where this middle finger is. So this is a very beginnery tip, but maybe a lot of you haven't heard this yet. So you want to make sure that your finger is as close to the fret as possible, right? If you're back here, to the fret that you're on, right? So if you're back here, you're gonna get buzz. It's gonna be much harder to get a note out. If you go close to this fret, right, the end of the fret that you're in, right, you're gonna need much less pressure, right? So try to make it a habit of not fretting notes here, but fretting notes here, right? One other thing, when you go to that C add 9, the low E is ringing. So that's going to muddy up your chord. So what I like to do is have my thumb be here. That might have been a question that we had before that I didn't realize that's what he was talking about. I like to have my thumb just resting here gently, which mutes out the note, right? See, I'm going away, then I'm gently putting it on. You can see how it tightens up the thing. So even if I'm not totally precise with the pick, you have your, your life jacket here that's quieting that 6th string for you. So that's all I say about that. Vanessa's getting good. Come on, Vanessa. Let's see. Okay, it's already over. All right, one more time. Yeah, that 6th string is ringing. So either you have to be very careful with the pick to only hit 6th strings. And I know this is a brand new tune for you and all that. So trust me, I know it takes time to do all this stuff. But for the first try and for the first week, this is really, really good. Okay, Jeff, that was you before. Your thumb doesn't reach. I'd have to see a video of you playing. You weren't talking about the crazy Hendrix stuff. I can't imagine your thumb not reaching. I mean, it's something you're going to have to play around with. I'm just trying to I'm trying to be a beginner again and see, play with it. Try. I'm not sure if you have a classical guitar. Do you have a Western guitar or a Western guitar or a classical guitar? The classicals have the thicker neck, right? So it's going to be harder with the classical one to get that thumb up there. But it's something that I consciously spent time trying to do as a beginner, right? Now it just happens, right? But it was something that I had to consciously spend time doing. So there's a really good chance, and I'm willing to bet, that if you really spend a week just focusing on it, it'll get better. You'll figure out a way. And also really just try to get that right hand to be a little bit more precise. Again, this all takes time. It's totally cool to just be sloppy too at times just to get that strumming going. But then there's also times to try to really narrow in and get everything to be squeaky clean. So don't be afraid to be sloppy, but also take some time to really clean things up and slow things down and see like what's actually happening here, right? Slow down to speed up. It's one of those contradictory statements. You have to slow down to speed up, but it's what it is. I think even Navy SEALs say that. They have like a mantra when they're going into battle. Slow is fast. I've heard a Navy SEAL talk about that before. Because I watched Navy SEALs in my pastime. Rest your pinky below 1st string on the guitar. Does well the finger picking. Yeah. That's what I do. And I learned that from Tommy. So when I don't want to blow you guys' minds again, but when I finger pick, my pinky is resting here. See that? And that helped me. That helped me get that finger independence too, because when you thumb pick, your thumb has to be totally independent. But anyways, I don't want to blow everybody's brain with this stuff. Great job. Thank you. Okay, let's see. I'm glad to help Vanessa. Vanessa's doing such a great job. Let's give Vanessa a virtual applause. She's my virtual assistant in the Philippines, helping me a ton behind the scenes. All the graphics that you guys see, the emails, she's helping you so much with all of that and designing, 99% of it. So congratulations, Vanessa, for being so awesome. I'm getting a parlor size, maybe will help. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see a video of you playing, or just make me a quick video showing the issue, because I'm curious. I bet if you spend some time focusing on it, it'll work, Jeff. I'm an older player with trigger thumb, so I have a very difficult time wrapping my thumb over the top, so I'll try to use a tip index finger. Yeah, slow it down, try to really analyze what's going on, and, you'll find a way. It's good to just slow down and just think about what's going on, and then you'll find a way. There's always a solution. Okay, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I love it. And he's a sensei, so when Jason the sensei, I'm thinking of a nickname for you, Jason. It's going to be like Biker Sensei or something. I was thinking about that this morning in my kitchen. Okay, he's the Biker Sensei from now on or something like that. Okay, Richard has to go to bed. Thank you so much for being here, Richard. I'm really glad that you were here with me live. Mark says, yeah, thanks, will do. Excuse me, pointer finger. And also a lot of this stuff, you guys that have like specific questions about your fingers and the strings not ringing and that kind of thing, feel free between now and the next live stream tomorrow to tag me inside of the group, and I can maybe react to that live, because tomorrow we're going to be doing more of these reaction videos. So feel free to just post that. It doesn't just have to be performance videos that you're posting. You can also post videos with your questions, and I'm more than happy to get to those. And you might even see people like Jason, who's been playing for longer, or Rocky, or John. They'll surely jump in and try to give you some tips as well, right? Which is the beautiful part about the community. So feel free to post those sorts of videos as well. And that's the really cool thing about doing these live streams. I normally do these every other week for my members, so they're used to this. You guys are just getting a taste now. So I hope you can see how powerful it is to be in a community and to actually have support in a live way like this. I believe it's the best way to learn guitar, or to learn anything really. Community plus support. Okay, Billy's. He won yesterday. Let's check out Billy's. It sounds very nice and clear. He's going nice and slow, and all of his notes sound very nice and clear. So I love that. That you're playing nice and slow and everything is super crystal clear. So this is how I recommend all of you learn your songs, right? He's totally fine with it being slow. He's not in a rush. He looks quite relaxed, right? Even though he's probably recording for the second time in his life, he looks very relaxed. This is how to do it. So slow it down and make it all clean. And then again, slow is fast, right? Smooth is fast. Fast is accurate. Okay, Rocky says slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Fast is accurate. Boom. There we go. Okay. Let's see what else is going on in here with you boys and girls. Let's see what else is going on in here. Last time I did the reaction, it was it turned into a 3-hour live stream. I'm not going to go that long today, but like I said, tomorrow we're going to be continuing. And between today and tomorrow, get your final videos in there. Those of you who have concrete questions, get those questions in there as well. Just tag me, or you can do like a hashtag with question, and then upload your video with that question so that I can get to it. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, let's do a few more.
Me, I'm more than a bird, I'm more than a plane, I'm more than some pretty face beside a train, and it's not easy to be me. I wish that I could fly, fall upon my knees, find a way to lie.
So the strumming is very nice. You're grooving, you're singing along. The only thing that I would fix here is it still sounds like these chords aren't crystal clear. So again, you're going to want to slow it down, make sure all of these notes are ringing nicely, right? Because that's like instantly going to improve the sound of your playing, right? It's going to instantly just make it sound so much better. So congratulations, this is really, really good. Just that one thing, like I said, is going to take you to the next level. So we checked out Russell. Let's see. Okay, so that's Tommy. Let's see who else we got here that we haven't seen. So I want to give as many people feedback as possible. Like Deb, all right, let's see Deb. Sounds really good, crystal clear chords, really, really good. She still isn't totally sure about what's coming next, so that takes time, right, to to really know what's coming next, when it's coming, how long to stay on which chord. But everything is squeaky clean. You know, the more you practice this tune, the more intuitive, you know, it's going to be. You're going to know exactly where to go with your hand. And that just takes time. So that's why I tell people, you know, choose a song and really focus on it until you can really play it in your sleep, basically. Tommy says, when you think you know a song, play it another 1,000 times. That's his like best advice. So that's ingrained in my brain. When you think you know a song, play it another 1,000 times. And I promise you, you're going to notice these subtleties. It's just you're going to discover things that were there the whole time, but you didn't know were there, right? It's very powerful. So do that. Deb, you're doing really, really great. Really, really great. Question. Do I upload a video for session 4 or in session 5? That is tomorrow. Just upload a video. Don't worry about what video or how you're going to do it. Just get it up there. And it can be a question like I was saying before, or it can be a performance, whatever you want, Tony. I'd love to see you play again. I haven't seen you play in a while. Deb, you're a rock star. Let's check out Deb a little more because she's really doing great here. Whoa, the solo's coming out. Oh my God. Wow, Deb. Wow. Deb is a rock star. So cool. Wow. Great job. Great job. That was really great. Holy moly. Great stuff, Deb. I love it. I hope to see many, many more videos from you in the future. All right. What else do we have in here? Kiyomi. Let's check out Kiyomi. So it looks like she's going through the totally beginner course. She's going from E to A. I think she's going through my beginner course, the free one that you can all get if you want to, if you're at that stage. Very, very good. And notice, every single note sounds super clean. She's not rushing it. She's not going too fast, but it's nice and clean. It's nice and smooth. I love it. Okay. How do you boys and girls feel that are live here with me now? Are you getting a little bit tired and you would rather continue tomorrow? Or are you fresh and you want me to go for another hour? I'm just curious because I know sometimes when I watch live streams after an hour, I can be like, okay, this was great, but I want to go watch Netflix now. So I'm just curious. I'm happy to go a little longer. Again, tomorrow we're going to be doing another session, which I'm really looking forward to. Great job, Kiyomi. You're doing really, really great. You're doing really, really great. Kellyanne. Did we watch Kellyanne yesterday or did I just watch it? Okay, let's check out Kelly. Oh yeah, I watched this, I remember. Very, very nice, very nice. It looks like the strumming is flowing pretty well. It's flowing pretty well. The only thing is the chords, it sounds like the notes aren't all super nice and clean yet. So what I would say is try to slow this down again a little bit, like I was saying before, and really try to get all of those notes to be nice and clean, okay? You're doing really great, though. You're doing really, really great. Okay, so Russell says he can't get into the free course. Vanessa, if you're still here, if Vanessa didn't go to sleep, could you post a link to that free 10 lesson course? Could you just post a link inside of the YouTube chat so that Russell can just click on it and get it? Thank you so much. Vanessa has been staying up late with me. Thank you so much for that, Vanessa. If she maybe went to bed, it's also cool. I'm not upset. Okay, need more time on tomorrow. Keep going. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it. My strumming sucks. Yeah, it all just takes time. It all just takes time. So I'm thinking let's go for another 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. And then tomorrow we're going to do, more. And I'm thinking next week I'm going to be doing another surprise live stream talking about some of this stuff. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be talking about, but I'm probably going to be doing some more responses and have some sort of bonus challenge. That's what I'm thinking about. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. More exciting stuff next week, everybody. Deb, the rock star, is in here. Carlo, we've seen. Dirk, okay. Dirk is also SSG. Pierre is SSG. All access members. Let's see what they're doing. I love these guys. Let's go. Let's go.
Yep.
Dirk is always so positive and playing the blues. And then they get together and jam. It's just so fun to watch them grow together.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. It's not easy to play. It's not easy to play because you have to really make sure that every note sounds really nice and smooth. This is just sounding good though, my friends. It's such a great song too, isn't it? It's so simple, but still it has such an impact. Nothing to complain about here. Again, you're going to want to keep practicing this so that it's, because I mean, there's still a lot of concentration here. There's still some insecurity. So it's that Tommy Emmanuel thing. When you think you can play it another 1,000 times. And then you'll see all of a sudden you're going to start to be relaxed. Your fingers are just going to go there. The notes are all going to sound really nice and clear. Pierre has the easier job. He's just playing the rhythm. And Dirk has to sweat. Dirk, by the way, I'm coming to Amsterdam in April, so maybe we can meet up. You, Jackie, I'm not sure who else is in Amsterdam or close to Amsterdam. So we'll talk. I'm coming for 5 days. We're gonna eat some cookies. So I'm looking forward to that, Dirk. Beautiful tone. Yeah, it sounds great. I want to meet Dirk. And hang out. And Jackie. Okay, who else is in Amsterdam? Somebody else, but I'm blanking now on the name. Okay, so great stuff. Congratulations. Keep them coming. I love it. Okay, John. He's a real SSG rock star.
Hope you're all well.
Oh, Dirk is live with us.
It's a great boot camp yesterday.
Yeah, man. We'll talk, Dirk. We'll talk.
Really enjoyed it. Got a lot from the bar chords. So this is a continuation. Next day, the song Scar Tissue that I was starting to get it.
Skip just a little bit. That's tricky.
Something new. I'm trying. Because I'm having a problem with my pinky.
But man, you've gotten so much better. So John joined back in March, and he's grown so much. It's so great to see how much better you've gotten. And also your sons are playing so well. It's really, really great. So man, just keep doing what you're doing. I think I reviewed one of your videos at the beginning of the week, if I'm not mistaken. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're a rock star. He's a SSG rising star. Okay, Daniel Moy. I think we checked. Yeah, we watched Daniel Moy. We watched Keith. Okay, everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one a little bit short today. And tomorrow we're going to have our grand finale of this week. Tomorrow we're going to be watching more videos. So those of you who are on the fence and you weren't sure whether to post, there's still time. There's going to be more prize winners. Today's winners are Carlo Flowers, Lourdes Mayer, and Keith Hiller. I'm going to be contacting you tomorrow. Maybe like 2 hours before the live stream starts. That's when I really get busy on the computer. And I'm going to send you the courses that I think fit you the most for where you're at right now. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to have more winners. I'm going to do 5 winners tomorrow, 5 instead of 3. So make sure to come to the session tomorrow. And I'm really, really looking forward to spending more time with you. The challenge isn't over. Okay. So next week we're still going to be doing stuff. Next week we're still going to be active. I don't want to shut this down because I really love to see all the momentum that we've built. I'm thinking about adding like a bonus tune. We did the Joker. I'm thinking about adding something else, something simple that we can all do as a group together next week. So keep your eyes open for that. This thing is not done. It's getting started. But tomorrow's going to be a big day in terms of this week that we've done because I'm going to watch more of your videos. If you have questions, you can post your video question saying, hey, Henry, I'm doing this, but this isn't working. Can you help? And then I'll be able to look at your hands. I'll be able to look at your posture. I'll be able to look at your guitar, and I'll be able to help you that way, okay? So great job, everybody. Jason, thank you so much for being live every time. I really appreciate it. John, thank you so much. All of you, thank all of you so much. The link I sent above is for the beginner course. Okay, so I'm not sure who was asking about the beginner course, but Vanessa posted it. Thank you so much, Vanessa. What time is it where you are, Vanessa? Just so you guys can see how awesome Vanessa is. I think it's like 1 in the morning over there or something, or later. Luckily, she can sleep in. I hope you can sleep in, Vanessa. I'm not making her get up, just so you guys know. I'm curious. What time is it over there, Vanessa? That's about that. So today I was up at 4:30 again. I had to drive my son. Then I had some motorcycle training. Because my license, I originally did my license in Croatia. I lived in Croatia after I moved from America to Croatia. Before I moved to Austria, I lived in Croatia. And before I lived in Croatia, I lived in America. I was born in the States. It's 1:30 a.m. Look how awesome she is. Thank you so much for still being live with us, Vanessa. I really, really appreciate it. So anyways, my license, my Croatian license, they don't accept it here in Austria. So they say I have to do 4 hours of like training. And then I have to do a test. So I'm with all the kids doing their license test. I have to do that test too. So today I was doing that. I had 2 hours and they made me speed. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun because I had to go from 0 to 31 miles per hour, like super rapid, like just super acceleration, and then fully brake like instantly, right? And back in the day, you know, we didn't have ABS on motorcycles and all that. So I've never really done that kind of like rapid acceleration, rapid braking. So I was practicing that today. And I got totally fried in the brain. So I had to take a nap when I got home. Oh, your father's from Split. Awesome. So you're also partly Croatian. Split's beautiful. Wow. I need to get tires. Okay, nice. That's a big motorcycle. So I got home and I needed to take a nap. And then my wife, of course, was thrilled that I was napping because, you know, all wives just love to see their husbands take a nap at 2 p.m. But I explained to her, I'm like a Formula One car, right? We can't just drive around all day. We need to take a little pit stop so that we can be in optimal condition. So that was my day today. I don't think my wife really bought the Formula One thing, but, Amelie is still going to post. I'm really looking forward to seeing you post, Amelie. Amelie is the French mystery. Sometimes she's posting, sometimes she isn't. She's here, then she's gone. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much. So Swedish, Croatian. Wow. Do you speak the language? Did your father teach you the language? And do you ever come to Croatia? I spend the summer in Croatia. Every year I'm in Croatia during the summer. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to be getting up at 4:30 a.m. again tomorrow, but then I'm going to nap during the afternoon, right? There's nothing wrong with that. So I'll see you guys, boys and girls, tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to our last kind of official day. There's going to be extra bonus boot camp activity happening next week, but tomorrow is like the grand finale of the official thing. So I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you tomorrow again. And that's about that. Have a great day. I'm looking forward to talking to you tomorrow. Have a great day. Have a great night, whatever time it is where you are. Enjoy the rest of the time you have before you go to bed. All right. See you tomorrow. Take it easy. Bye-bye.